As the head of the finance department in the game, you hold the key to certain critical decisions. You are responsible for managing working capital, managing and approving budgets, and making investment decisions. Before understanding how to raise capital and managing your finances, you would need to understand certain critical aspects of planning and budgeting. Functional heads of other departments, based on their strategic plan to meet organizational goals, would request for budgets. They would be in a position to operate only within the budget that has been approved by you. If the department needs more budget, they would be in a position to raise a budget request, and you would be notified by the system once such a request is raised. In order to know more about the budget utilization and budget availability, you would need to click on the budget menu. The budget section gives you a summary of the budget requested by the department, the amount that you have approved. The remaining budget is nothing but the budget approved minus the amount that the departments have utilized, and finally the utilization percentage. In order to view the budget request, click on the Finance tab and view the ad hoc budget request. If a department has raised a request, you would be in a position to view the amount that they have raised and the details of why they would need the budgets at this point in time. You would be in a position to approve the budget by entering a percentage that you would like to sanction. There are times when you have approved budgets and the amount is not utilized by the department for various reasons. In such cases, you would be in a position to appropriate the budgets by clicking the budget appropriation button. You would be in a position to select the department from whom you would like to appropriate the budget and the reason and the amount that you would request from them. A notification would be sent to the respective departments, and once they approve, the amount would be available to you for further distribution. Having understood the details of the budgeting process, the next important thing that you need to understand are the financial statements. The overall health of your organization is based on the revenue that you're able to make and your ability to manage costs. Click on the financial statements to view details of the profit and loss statement, the balance sheet, and cash flow. Having understood the budgeting process, now let us take a look at the decisions that you're entitled to take as the head of the finance department. You would be in a position to raise capital from shareholders, banks, and private lenders. Raising capital and the amount that you are willing to raise is completely left to your discretion. However, the amount that you're eligible, which is the amount that the shareholders and private lenders are willing to give you, is a function of your overall performance. A profitable venture and a healthy cash flow with higher shareholders' return is what would fetch you a higher ability to raise more capital. There are certain set of conditions that you also would need to fulfill in order to raise capital. For example, you would be in a position to raise capital from existing shareholders only twice in a year. Whereas, if you'll have to raise long-term capital from the bank, you would be in a position to raise capital only once in 2 years. So I would urge you to look at the reference section for you to understand more details. In order to raise capital from shareholders or from private lenders, please enter the amount that you would like to raise, and the amount should be equal to or lesser than the eligible amount. In case you're raising debt, please read the note on the interest rates which the lenders charge. Private lenders charge more than the bank, but you do not have any restrictions on the number of times that you would be in a position to raise capital from them. You can raise short-term loan from the bank by hypothecating the plant and machines that you have. This amount can only be used to meet all obligatory expenses such as employee salary and taxes. In order to repay the loan that you have borrowed to reduce the burden on the interest rate, you would be in a position to repay the loan by clicking on the Repay Loan tab and entering the amount that you would like to repay, which should be equal to or lesser than the principal amount outstanding. Beware of shark loans. Shark loans are automatically computed by the system in case your organization does not have sufficient funds to meet all obligatory expenses. Shark loans are charged at 40% interest, and you might want to ensure that you don't get one, and if you do, close them as early as possible. The excess cash that you generate from operations can also be invested in fixed deposits and as well as in share markets. The finance role plays a pivotal role in ensuring you have a profitable growth. Exercise financial prudence. As the head of finance, you hold the key to one of the most important winning conditions, which is the book value of share. To know the book value of share, click on Raise Capital. Under Existing Shareholders, click Exist Equity Structure, and you would be in a position to understand your current book value of share. It is your key responsibility to ensure that you deliver shareholders value. I hope you now understand all the key concepts under the finance section. All the very best.